Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the 2 Minutes to Go podcast. I'm your host, Darian Jackson.
And I'm Jax.
And we are back with another episode. Today, we're going to make it called the 3 Ps. We're going to be talking about the NBA as the plans, the playoffs, and our predictions. That's what the 3 Ps stand for. Hey, no, like that's dummy funny though. But like, we're going to be talking about all three of those today. And we're going to start off with the plans because as of right now, the Cavs just played the Nets, and the Clippers just played the Timberwolves.
Those were our 7-8 matchups.
Those are good games, though.
As a Cavs fan, I was hoping we would pull out the win, but I kind of knew, it's Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
That's a very
playoffs,
tough.
basically, so, they want to get in, so. And they had, Kyrie had one of the best games of his career shooting-wise.
Going 9 for 9 in the first half.
Only missing 3 shots, but we only lost by 7, so I think that's a good sign. You get the Nets playing at their absolute best, and you still in the Cavs. Garland played really well, Love played really well, and Mobley played well, but everybody else did not play very good at all.
I mean,
Rondo had some good moments, but Karis LeVert played terrible, terrible. It was why is he even on the floor? That shows you that Colin Sexton, he wouldn't shoot 1 for 9 in a game of this magnitude. He just wouldn't do that. That's why we really need Colin Sexton. And Jared Allen, too. I mean, Drummond and Nick Claxton were just getting easy lobs and easy boards the whole game. So, you're taking the fact that we still only lost by 7 in Brooklyn with the 2 of the best players in the world playing at their, peak as best they can play. And it just gives me hope that I really think that we'll beat either Atlanta or Charlotte, whoever wins tonight.
Truthfully, again, Brooklyn is not no pushover 7 seed. That team healthy is still dangerous. In fact, that Kyrie can now play every game instead of partial games.
Of course, now they've had.
See, because now he couldn't play no home game, so if we would have played this, that might have won in our favor.
That's 32 less points that Kyrie would have. The Nets would have had.
Yeah,
KD probably would have had 20 more points, but we still would have. I think we would have won.
I mean, it was a good game, nevertheless. I think healthy though for us. We've been playing the season all hurt.
Oh yeah,
we have not been healthy the whole season.
Injuries. I mean, every injury we've had has been at least 2 weeks to a month of them being out. Whether it's Garland, whether it's Mobley, Jared Allen now. Okoro was out for a while. LeVert got traded here. Then he was out for 2 weeks. Sexton going down for the year. Rubio going down for the year. I mean, it's just Markkanen been out. Just injuries everywhere.
Everybody. And it took a minute for Kevin Love to even come back to us.
Yeah.
So, despite all of that, and we're still in it, we just need to win one game.
Yeah, and it's at home.
That
gives me even more faith. They got to win.
They got to win.
Because if they have this surprise season out of nowhere and then they can't even make it to the playoffs because of these injuries, it would suck.
I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed though, but I wouldn't say I'd be disappointed, but I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be mad, but I would be I wouldn't be disappointed in the team. I would just be disappointed in how everything went down.
We were just hurt.
Yeah.
That's all it's solely
when everybody was healthy, we were the 2 or 3 seed.
Ridiculous. We were half. Think about before All-Star break being half a game away from the 1 seed.
Even Colin Cowherd, he's known to hate Cleveland sports for whatever reason. He said the Cavs next year, they're going to be dangerous, very good.
Yeah.
If they can stay healthy.
I think having Karis LeVert still comes. I still think that's a plus and it's still a good move. I think we just need more time. He comes in the middle of a season. I mean, obviously when you get a little shaken up, get a little hurt or whatever, you're in the middle of the season, give him recuperation throughout the summertime, off season, all this and that. We're gonna do well, and I can see us doing well.
I mean, I like Karis, but a lot of people that I've talked to, they can't stand him now.
No, you gotta give him time. He's in a new city. I mean, I don't even want to say new city. He from here. He from here, but give it a lot of time. So hopefully, I got us winning the Charlotte or Atlanta game.
Yeah, whoever we play.
So whoever we play, I got that's who winning. As far as the Clippers and Minnesota did their thing.
Hey, they act like they won the championship, though. You saw those videos?
We are the champions. Yeah. I was y'all
Beverly standing on the table like he's Dwayne Wade.
Y'all D Wade?
Yeah.
Kobe. Now him and Ant was I mean, balling. But D'Lo had a really good game though.
Yeah.
He had 29, but see, we ain't talking about that though.
Cat fouled out. He only had like 11 points. He was playing bad.
Well,
He
when
fouled
he
out,
fouled-
and then they won.
foul
They
trouble.
came back and won.
Foul trouble do that to
Yeah.
you though. You know, you're off the floor, you don't catch that rhythm no more. But like the fact that they was able to knock that out and get the 7 seed, hey, you gotta play a really good Memphis team now. Though. But we gonna get into like that side of it. But like the Clippers still got a chance. I still think the Clippers are gonna win though. I think the Clippers are gonna take the 8th seed.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the game tonight, Spurs. They're not. I think the Pelicans will win with CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram. Dejounte Murray's really good, but I think CJ McCollum.
He still needs more
Yeah.
help.
Yeah,
And
Brandon Ingram will be too much for them tonight. And then in the East, the Hawks and Hornets. That can go either way because both
I don't
their
really care.
offenses are crazy. But I think it's going to be the Hawks just because they had that
that late
experience
stretch.
last year.
They had a stretch, and you already know Trae Young in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a playoff game, but he's gonna act like it is.
Yeah.
He's gonna go on a tear. He's gonna do whatever it takes. Like understanding that you gotta win 2 games to get to where you want to go because of the season that you guys just had. Like you were what were they, like the 4 seed and 5? Were they the 5? They were 5.
Last year they
were 5
before.
because the Knicks were 4 and they were 5. So to be the 5th seed, real solid though in the 5th seed. I'm pretty sure they were tied with the Knicks though, so it didn't matter who. And for you guys to have such a down season, it's like he needs this. So I can tell like he's gonna be coming blazing. So I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped 40.
Yeah, so I think the Hawks win tonight and the Pelicans win, and then I think the Cavs beat the Hawks in Cleveland to get that 8th seed, and then I think the Clippers beat the Pelicans to get that 8th seed in the West.
Hey, that's what I'm thinking.
And
That's who I even got because you know why? I low-key wanted the Clippers are gonna have to play the Suns, which means that was the Western Conference Finals matchup last year.
yeah,
Which means you're gonna have to play that team again in the first round
without Kawhi.
without Kawhi. And don't get it twisted. Playoff P. Oh, Paul George was hooping in the playoffs last year. I can't even fake. He was hooping in the playoffs last year after that bad.
After the pandemic.
Yeah, after the pandemic. Oh, he was balling though. So I'm not really worried. I do think I do think the Phoenixes will come out on top. I actually see them going.
So you want to start in the West or the East?
Man, we might as well just start in the West. We talking about them.
So yeah, I think it'll be Clippers, Suns first round. I think the Suns win in 5. Yeah, Paul George will have one game where they just can't stop him.
I think he'll have multiple games, but I think Devin Booker is gonna be too much. Only because like
Their
Chris
team
Paul,
is just, I really can't stand them, but their team all around is just
like
very good.
Chris Paul alone is like ridiculous to have to guard, but Devin Booker is also like, bro, there's nothing
Cal
we can
Bridges
do. And then
Aiden.
Ayton is gonna be
Jake
campaign
Crowder.
and Johnson been playing well, so it's like Suns winning 5 for sure.
And the next Dallas and Utah, the 4 and 5 seeds.
Dallas and Utah. That's actually a toss-up, but I don't want to give it to Dallas because Dallas has not got past the first round because they've had to
See,
play the
I'm
Clippers.
gonna
back
give
to
it to
back.
Dallas because I think the Jazz are just.
They've been selling the bag.
It's just the same thing every year. Same with, I guess that, but Luka.
But this is going to be the first season with no Porzingis, though.
They've been playing better without him.
Probably.
They have a better record this year than any of the years they had with Porzingis.
They do got 50-plus wins, though. Don't they? Pretty sure.
Yeah, they do.
52? Yeah, 52. They
So I think Dallas will win that, and they might go to 7.
I can see it going to
I think
7.
it'll be a good
I can see it
series.
going to 7, but it's only
I think
because
it's just gonna be Luka. Is too much, and Spencer Dinwiddie's been playing really good
he's
since he
playing
got
great.
there.
Plus, what's it called? Donovan Mitchell. He been a little angry at Utah. They've literally
I think he's gonna request a trade after
They've
this
literally been blowing every lead.
Yeah.
Like, how do you blow 20-point lead, 15-point leads, 25-point leads?
I think it's a for sure thing that him or Gobert are gone after this year. One of them them's gonna leave.
Predicting?
Yeah.
You think one of them gonna slide?
Yeah.
I don't know because, I mean, at the same time, it's more like, and it's not even like Utah not a good team because Utah is built really nice.
Yeah,
They are just having trouble finishing games, especially after All-Star break.
I just think Donovan Mitchell can't stand Rudy Gobert, so he's gonna be like, get rid of me or get rid of him, and getting rid of Rudy Gobert's contract for what he brings. Like, yeah, he wins Defensive Player of the Year like every year, but that's just because he's big and like.
Block shots.
Yeah, like. What team is gonna want to take on? I think his contract was like worth over $200 million. It's like nobody's. I don't even know.
But I wouldn't want to give up Donovan Mitchell either, because think about it, if I give up Donovan Mitchell, I know what he's gonna do to Utah when he comes back.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? He gonna give Utah like 50.
Send him to the East then.
So it don't matter. He's got to see Utah awards anyway. Like, just know when he come back, he gonna make you regret something like that. But
I
do
think
like
I got Dallas in 7. I'd say 6 or 7.
Yeah, I always say 4 and a 5 seed is really like a
It's like an 8-9 in March Madness. Like,
Facts.
It's a toss up.
Yeah, we'll see.
So then next we got Golden State and Denver. Now this.
This will be a really interesting
Yeah,
game.
it's because Steph Curry he's questionable for game 1. If Steph can't play, I might have to take the Nuggets.
And see,
It's so hard.
See, this is what I would say. If Steph does not go out, let's say Steph is you said questionable for game 1.
Yeah.
So let's say he sits out game 1, that's nothing. Because he could come right back and they could win the next 4.
I think
That was almost like last year when Donovan Mitchell was hurt.
Yeah, I guess
he was out game 1.
I guess
Memphis
I'd go
takes
like
the dub,
Warriors.
and then they won.
Warriors in 6. I think that could go. That's another one that could go to 7 just because of how good Jokic is.
I would say Warriors in 6, but
I'd
it's
say
one of those matchups where you didn't want to see like an opportunity for Denver to go out like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also could see it if it was in 5, I wouldn't be too surprised either though, because you don't have
Jamal Murray
or Porter.
Yeah.
So I mean, Jokic's trying to do it by himself, and you're gonna have to run around a healthy Warriors team.
Yeah.
That means Curry gonna be firing, Jordan Poole can light it up, Klay Thompson can light it up.
He just had 40 in the last game of the year.
That's what I'm saying. Like all 3 shooters, and then you got 2 of them that can
Draymond.
really handle the rock. So it's like Draymond, he's just gonna be Draymond.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Draymond do Draymond things.
I think the Warriors will.
Warriors win, but I'll respect it and say Warriors in 6.
Yeah. And then the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves. I think the Grizzlies win in 5, honestly. Like, yeah, the Timberwolves, they'll win one of their home games, like game 3 or game 4, but that whole team is just, they're so locked in together, and their chemistry is great. I think it's just
the fact that you can go, like, Ja has missed, I think, 20 games this year. A little bit over
22
that.
games, because they're 20 and 2.
They're 20 and 2. Well, they lost the one. So they're like 21 and 3 without Ja Morant.
Yeah. That's
Like, this is a guy that who's replacing them 27 points? Them 26 points? Well, how many, like, who's replacing them? Like, they really stepped up.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson been hurt throughout, or been missing games too throughout the season. And those are like their 2 stars, their young talent stars that they have over there. And they are killing.
Mm-hmm.
Without them, they're beating any team. They've even came back from large deficits and winning. So I see that team, to them, they don't have, like, they're one of those teams that's like, we're only as good or only as strong as our weakest link. So for them to be able to win without your best player 20 times, and you didn't even win, in 20 games, you're not just playing like boo teams, you're playing like really good teams. So for them to be able to do that.
They beat the Suns in one of them.
Yeah, I know. Not to mention this team, even healthy, has like, I don't even want to say the Lakers, because like I was gonna say, like, remember Ja dropped 40 and lost because he missed a free throw, and then they came back and won again. And they beat the Warriors twice, healthy. Well, Klay wasn't there, but I think Klay was there for one of them. But I mean, that team is on a tear, and they're on a downhill way they believe they're making it to the championship game for real, and mean that, and they're the 2 seed. I wouldn't mind seeing John CP.
I'd love to see, yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing John CP.
So that brings me to the second round. It would be Phoenix and Dallas.
Oh, we ain't even got to talk about that. That's Phoenix and 6 max.
Yeah, I guess.
Because who's guarding? Who's guarding Chris Paul on that Dallas team?
Yeah, you're right.
Who's guarding?
Jalen Brunson.
Who?
Jalen Brunson.
Who? Sorry, no, I'm just playing. But like, on CP, nah.
Yeah, I agree.
Who gonna hold Booker? Because the game that Booker, you gotta outshoot Booker. You gotta outshoot Booker. Because the game that you don't, that he go, that's when CP go, drop 40 on him or something crazy like that.
So yeah, I'd say Suns and probably honestly like 5.
I'm saying Suns in 5.
And then we'd have the Warriors and Grizzlies. This series, that would go 7.
Oh, I would see that. I would want it to go 7. I would want to see that in 7 games.
I'm kind of leaning towards the Warriors though, just because their experience, like of being in the championship so many times. Those core 3 players, I should say.
That's where it all started.
But
with those 3 players,
I kind of want to see the Grizzlies.
I actually do. So it's more of like, do you want to be biased, or do you want to be like, all right? So let's put it like this: I want to see John Morant and the Grizzlies. I just want to see how far they can go.
Screw it. I'll put Grizzlies in 7.
7. Grizzlies in 7, right? Is it bad to bet against Steph Curry? Oh, 100%. That's something you don't do. But
and then
I want to see John Morant. I just want to see what they do.
Conference Finals. I think the Grizzlies won. Grizzlies beat the Suns. They did it without Ja once, even though that wasn't the playoffs, but the Suns, they were fully healthy when that happened. Give me the Grizzlies in 7 also.
See, the other half of me is like, CP getting up there and I want that man to win a ring, and they blew it last year. Like, you won the first 2, blew it. That team is the best team in the league. They got the most wins. They banded together so well. They're coming in hot. Like, I know they want that lick back. They want that revenge back.
They do.
They want it back. So let's say that Grizzlies make it to the
Grizzlies want all the smoke. Grizzlies.
He said we climb trees, we butt heads. I won't be surprised if Ja try to dunk on DeAndre Ayton. So if this prediction goes through,
I got the Grizzlies. I don't know. I got the Grizzlies in 7.
Oh my goodness, you know what happens in the dark. So, yeah. Nope. All right, Phoenix in 7. Yeah,
Phoenix in 7?
just cause. But
Right,
but if the Memphis Grizzlies do somehow make it to the championship,
again, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Suns beat them.
Yeah, like we're going off of these.
I still think it'll go to 7 no matter what. I think it's just I think the Grizzlies.
I got you. They got shooters. They got a squad really winning. They're actually Memphis is really deep.
Yeah. So then in the East, the 1-8 matchup in our opinion is going to be the Heat versus the Cavs.
Facts.
Now, if Jared Allen is healthy,
we might be able to upset the 1 seed. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not even just saying that as a biased Cavs fan.
No, like
the way we played them in the regular season. I mean, we killed them the first 2 times we played them. Killed them. And I can't remember the score of the other. I can't remember how close it was, but this young team, if they can steal 1 game in Miami, which I think they can, because Miami, their defense is elite, but their offense is kind of, their number 1 scorer is coming off the bench, and Tyler Hero, and he takes a lot of shots.
He is their bench.
Yeah, and Oladipo, he could have a game here.
See, that's the thing though. A healthy Victor Oladipo, despite all the injuries and things he's been going through the last couple of years, like let's not forget that man was a walking bucket. This is the man that took Bron to game 7.
But the good thing is that we have great wing defenders. Like, even if people don't know them, like Lamar Stevens in not the game yesterday against the Nets, but
he's like not that game.
Last Friday, I think it was.
Oh, great job.
He was the third quarter. KD didn't know he was lost. Like I've never seen anybody guard KD. Like he stripped it from him 3 possessions in a row. He was contesting his shots. So if he can do that to KD, he can do that to Victor Oladipo and Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler's not shooting well from 3. Kyle Lowry, he's older now. He can still score.
Kyle Lowry still do. I mean, he's remember
that's
the guy that's
Garland will outplay Lowry. Then you have Okoro, who's strictly just defense and corner 3s.
I would love to see if he can give me 200 points, and then I'd be extremely happy with his defense.
And then you have, Duncan Robinson. He's streaky. It's either he's on or he's off.
But in a max of a 7-game series, I do see him being more on than off.
Yeah.
So depending on how fast.
I think it's going to be really close.
I think if we are to win, I don't want to say it's got to go 7 games, because I think if we get it in 6, we win on our home court. If we go to 7, I don't know if we win Game 7 in Miami.
No.
But if we take the very first game,
I'm going to be realistic. I'll say the Heat
in 6.
I'm going to say 7. I think we can win 3 games against them. But as much as I think we can win, and I think we will win, I'm being realistic on this one and saying the Heat will win.
I think if we win, it's only going to be if Karis LeVert shows up for the playoffs.
That is true. Yeah,
Darius Garland has been the most consistent, one of the most, if not the
his
most
first playoff
consistent
game, he had 34 and
playing game. So I feel like Garland is going to give me my little 20 and 10, whatever you want to call it, 25 and 12. Like, that man really does this double-double.
And Jared Allen's going to play.
And when Jared Allen plays, I'm expecting him to have a double-double any way possible.
Hopefully.
Kevin Love, who is a champion.
Kevin Love came off the bench yesterday and was lighting it up.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we are also deep. So, but having Kevin Love off the bench, Lauri Markkanen off the bench, who are big guys who stretch 4, stretch 5, who can shoot, play defense.
Yeah, another thing is this same team was literally in the finals 2 years ago. Like,
so
they just added Kyle Lowry, who's been to the finals too. So
who's won?
Yeah.
So who's played with a great player in Kawhi?
Yeah.
So he's got experience there. But so does Kevin Love. Like
yeah, Kevin Love, Rondo,
so, and he's been
Kevin Love,
you know what I'm saying?
Rondo.
Rondo has been to what? He's won 2 chips. Kevin Love has won 1 and has been to the finals 3 times. So I get that they understand it. So we got good
4 times.
4 times, yes.
Well,
yes.
he didn't play
the first one. Yeah, the first one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, pretty much. But you know the experience though of being there. So I think if we do win, like I think Karis LeVert will be our X factor for us to win if he plays really well in this series. But I also think someone like Duncan Robinson and or Tyler Hero, guys who can really light it up, will be the X factor if Miami wins.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Heat in 7.
I'm gonna say Cavs in 7.
Hey, I hope so. I hope
I know you're not betting. I know you're not
Yeah.
betting against it, but I'm hoping that Karis LeVert just.
Then the 4 and 5 matchup, I think Philly's gonna win.
Philly
over Toronto.
Philly is sick and
6.
tired of it. Like they're gonna get through the first round. It's the second round we got to see
Even though
where it happens.
Thibault, he can't play in Toronto because he's not vaccinated, so they're gonna be missing that
Defense.
straight defense. Like talk about straight defense, that is. But I think Toronto, they got good size and length.
They got good side. They got the 5th seed?
Yeah.
Oh, they sure did. Yep. Yeah. Toronto's not winning. Maybe 1 game. I could truthfully see that as a sweep.
Philly in 6.
I could truthfully see this being I could see
The
this.
next one I think is gonna be a sweep.
Like, if we keep it in the stack, like the way Joel Embiid has been playing and the way he's getting to the line, like if this man, he's like Joel is dropping 40, and he won the scoring title, averaging 30 a game.
He averages his least amount of points against the Raptors, though.
See, that's the thing.
Siakam.
Nah, but like if we're putting Joel Embiid in a position to get anywhere between 12, 14, 16 free throws, he's gonna drop.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna end up dropping 40.
Yeah.
Because every time he takes them high,
It's really
free
James
throws,
Harden has the most pressure on him.
he does because like you left Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like understanding like Brooklyn is playing better without you, but I do think that you are helping Philly out a lot. But the thing about it is Tyrese Maxey, my dog, bro has been hooping.
He's
Balling. I'm talking about man's is dropping 30. He's taking big time shots, clutch shots. They're looking for him sometimes to get there. So I could really
Tobias
see.
Harris is the 4th option. That's a pretty good 4th option.
Like I don't even want to give him like an option. You just know that James Harden and them is the other 2. But the fact that you can look for Tyrese or you can look for Tobias, like that team is really good. And Toronto's nice. Like having Fred VanVleet as an All-Star and what he's doing and still got Spicy Pete on your squad. But
Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Scotty Barnes, who, you know, is in the Rookie of the Year conversation. So having a player like that is going to be nice, but I don't think
I think it's
that they're going to
Philly
win.
in 6.
I'm saying Philly in 5.
Then next series, I think this is going to be a sweep. I don't think it's going to be close. I got Milwaukee in 4 against the Bulls.
See,
The
I'm
Bulls
gonna
have
keep it stacked.
fallen off so hard.
See, I don't even
And
want to put it like that because
Milwaukee's defense is
ridiculous
Lonzo Ball's out for the
year.
Yeah, so DeMar DeRozan's been excellent this year, but he's gonna have Giannis on him.
See,
Zach LaVine's gonna have a good defender. Probably Drew Holiday will be on him. So who's gonna be scoring for Chicago? Like they'll still get theirs, but they're not gonna be able to keep up with this whole Bucks team came back. Same team as last year.
No PJ Tucker. Great defense on a lot of good players, but Bobby Portis on that team has been playing really well though. So this is what I'm thinking. The Bulls got poor end of the stick.
Yeah, it's just like the Cavs. Like,
But I'm like, they're like the Cavs. They've been dealing with injuries as
Yeah.
well. Like Lonzo hasn't been a part of the whole season. Clearly, obviously he's hurt, and neither has Zach LaVine been a part of the whole
Caruso missed a
season.
lot of time.
And Caruso has missed the time. So they are just like any team. Any team can be really good and have injuries, and then sometimes they don't play as well, and they're your stars. DeRozan having to play the Bucks after having a really good season, like a really good season. Like I know getting first rounded would be terrible for them, like a terrible feeling because they're gonna see everything they put in, all the work they put in to be. This could have been easily. I'm not even gonna lie. This is easily like being a 6 seed. They're easily like a 2 or a 3 seed. Truthfully, like
If they're healthy.
healthy Bulls was going dummy. Like you knew that Milwaukee's would be up there, and you knew for a fact that a team like Brooklyn would be up there despite their issues and unhealthy things and having Kevin Durant out, James Harden out, and Kyrie who was out for the beginning of the season, and then when comes back can only play partial games with a hurt. James Harden who's always dealing with that calf or quad injury, and Kevin Durant coming back off of his injury. So it's like that team, like teams like those are like all the way healthy. That team is like, it's not a real 6 seed though. But the fact they're going into the playoffs unhealthy, like Lonzo won't even be able to participate in his first playoff game, his first playoff series. Like this is the first time he's gonna make the playoffs in his career in the first 5 years, and he's not a part of
He
it.
didn't make it with the Pelicans?
They didn't make it. The Pelicans never made it, and neither did the Lakers at the time. So, because the first year Bron was out, and then his rookie year, there was no Bron. So, I mean, it sucks for him in that aspect because he's like, I know that this could have been an Eastern Conference type of team. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they're going to be like that, and Giannis, who's amazing around the rim protecting, Drew Holiday, the best on-ball defender in the league, best defender in the league, quote me on it. And I mean that by facts. Like, it's crazy.
I just think they have too much.
They got too much
Bulls.
in the experience. They feeling that hungriness to get back there. And I think were they a 3 seed last year too? I think they were because the Nets were only
2 or 3.
I think they were 3. I think the Nets were the 2 seed. Who was the 1 seed last year? Who did they
It's gotta
play?
be one of these teams.
Who did they play last year? Who did they play in the Eastern Conference Finals? I'm not gonna
Sixers. I don't know.
No,
In the Eastern Conference Finals, they played the
Sixers got put out to the Hawks. Oh, it was the Hawks.
The Hawks.
Yeah, Sixers got put out in the second round of the Hawks. I don't know for him.
I think Milwaukee's gonna win in 4.
Yeah,
I think it's-
I'm gonna give them 5. There's no way. If the Bulls get swept, then that's just like a wasted season if you get swept. Like that's how it's gonna feel. They can't get
Now,
swept.
what might be the best series? Boston,
Brooklyn.
and Brooklyn.
Boy, oh boy, is Kyrie gonna have some games for the Boston Celtics.
I'm gonna go
Brooklyn in
in
6.
7. I think
Brooklyn is 6. Brooklyn is 6.
I think it's 7 because Boston has home court, Jason Tatum, and the Nets defense is really.
But guess
bad.
what? It's gonna be in 6 because they're not gonna get that home.
That's
It's gonna be
defense.
3-3.
Nets defense is really bad.
I'm not even gonna put it like that because let's not act like Jason Tatum and JB ain't.
And the Celtics have the best defense in the league.
Let's act like they not really about that, because they is. Like, JT can put up 30, JB can give you 30. Marcus Smart, great on-ball defender, great defensive player.
Derek White from the Spurs, he came over and he's been playing really good.
Yeah,
off the bench.
having those 2 stars.
But what is going to hurt Boston is not having Robert Williams. That's why I think Brooklyn will win in 7.
I'm saying Brooklyn wins in 6 because, and the only thing I'm gonna say is why is because this Celtics team with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum has been to the Eastern Conference Finals twice, and has been second rounded all the other years since they've been in the league. And Jaylen Brown was there 3 times because he was with once when Kyrie was hurt, once when his rookie year when they played the Cavs, and then the bubble year when they played the Raptors. So I see this team probably losing in the first round, despite how rough of a start they had, but what a great ending they had.
Yeah.
But I feel like the 2 seed was kind of scary in hopes that they were probably I hope Cleveland win, because whoever was going to play Brooklyn was going to be an unhappy team regardless. Who wants to play Kevin Durant and Kyrie
in the first round?
in the first round when you're so they're the 7th, you're the 2 seed.
Yeah.
you losing, like they're gonna lose. I'm taking Brooklyn in 6.
Yeah, I got Brooklyn in 7.
So I think that was that last year's first round matchup for them.
I have no idea.
I think so.
I can't remember.
Cause yeah, it might have been. Maybe because if they did, they was watching. Either way, they was giving Kyrie such chance, and I know Jason Tatum was like, "Hey, y'all need to chill," but Kyrie probably like, "Hey man, when I see you in the playoffs, I'm giving y'all every game."
The second round, Miami. I have Miami versus Philly. You have Cleveland versus Philly.
Yes. Oh, dang! And this is the thing, Philly has been killing us, but we have not been getting killed. They just been winning, and we haven't been healthy every time we play.
I mean, I'm gonna say I think Philly beats.
Philly in 6.
I think Philly beats Miami in like 6 as well.
So yeah, Philly in 6 if the Cavs go. So with the Cavs for me going, I say Philly in 6.
I still say Philly in 6 over Miami.
Bet round 2.
Round 2, then we have the Bucks and the Nets, a rematch of the round 2 last year.
If there's a rematch in round 2,
Bucks in 7 again.
no, Brooklyn.
It's the same team.
Brooklyn in 6.
They haven't beat the Bucks the last 5 times they've played them.
No, see, I've been waiting for this part.
Give me the Bucks in 7.
Brooklyn only lost because they were not healthy.
Home court advantage. Same team as last year.
They had home court advantage last year.
Yeah. And what happened? Bucks in 7.
No. Brooklyn only lost because they were not healthy, and that is facts. We all know it. They lost the first 2 games, and they could have really went down 3-0 if it wasn't for that clutch layup by Drew Holiday in Game 3. So the fact that it had to be that close and Kyrie had to go down,
I'll take the Bucks.
I'm taking Brooklyn in 6.
Giannis is too good.
Nope.
Defensively and offensively.
Kevin Durant.
All right, I got
Let's
Bucks
go.
in 7.
Oh, I might want to put money on that one. If this matchup happens, we put bread.
So, I have Bucks Sixers, and I have the Bucks winning in 6. I think.
Oh,
I
for
don't think the
finals?
Sixers can. Yeah, I don't think the Sixers can compete with the Bucks.
Nope. Philly, Brooklyn, KD, Kyrie gonna let us up, James. How you like your new home?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Now
be
it's
mad at
time
that. That would be a
to
good
torch y'all.
series.
However, though, Joel Embiid will be a force to be reckoned with, no matter what. This is an MVP type season for him. To be happy to win the scoring title, be an all-star, take your team to maybe the Eastern Conference Finals, which they have not been since he's been active. You know, first 2 years, he was injured when he came in. First 2 years, he didn't even play. Then he came back his 3rd year, was on minute restriction. Ben Simmons comes through, finally healthy. That whole Markel Fultz thing, like, they have not been able to get to the, Eastern Conference Finals when they could have easily done it twice, and then you lose to a hurt Celtic team with no Kyrie, and then you get swept in the bubble, and then you lose to the Hawks.
Well, don't even forget about the Kawhi shot.
That was another game 7. Like, they have not been able to get out the second round. So seeing them the way if our matchups go, whether they play Cleveland or what was yours? The Raptors? No, what was it? Cleveland for me, and who did you have them playing? Heat.
The Heat, yeah.
So whoever they play, we both got them winning in 6. They get there, and Brooklyn is there. Again,
Milwaukee's there.
either way, Philly is playing a team that has they're playing against champions.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that whole Milwaukee team is a champion, and they're going to eager to get back. Durant, who's a 2-time NBA champion and Finals MVP, and Kyrie, who's an NBA champion who probably hit the greatest shot of all time to win a championship, to go down in history, that will be remembered forever, especially for us who lives in the city. They're going to be going up. Like, James Harden has been to many conference finals. He's in the East now, but he's been in conference finals, and he has been to the finals before with the Thunder at that young team. So the fact that he's been there, he's been trying to get back and hasn't been able to get over that hump. A player like Joel Embiid can get him over that hump. But a player like James can help Joel Embiid finally get to where he's trying to get to as well. But the only thing is stopping you is arguably the best player playing right now. And the best point guard is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, and the best guard to ever touch a basketball. Who was
That's all debatable, but
the best guard to probably touch a basketball?
I mean, Michael
Guard.
Jordan was a shooting
I
guard.
said, not like Kyrie
He's the
Irving.
best point guard ever.
Kyrie Irving?
Better than Steph Curry.
Kyrie Irving?
Yeah.
I said the best guard. I didn't say best point guard. Not
This is a guard. They're guards.
Hey, I'm taking. Regardless, I will take Kyrie over.
Dwayne Wade?
That's my favorite player of all time.
Yeah,
You don't
so-
say that.
So is he better than Dwayne Wade to guard?
Accolade wise, no. That is the most skilled guard is better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, fine.
I'm the best. Yeah.
No, nobody's guarding that man.
But so you got the Nets.
Oh, the Nets is in championship. Yes, for
Okay,
sure.
I got the Bucks beating them in 6, and then so I have Bucks Grizzlies as my championship,
And I got the Nets.
and I got the Bucks in 6 again.
Oh,
Grizzlies
okay,
are
I got the Nets and I got Phoenix.
Suns, yeah.
But I also see, I'm conflicted because I want CP3 to get a ring. I really do. But you're
Go off
playing.
what you want. Go off what you want.
But you going against my favorite player, and Kyrie Irving currently still to this day, and Kevin Durant. And the thing about it is, I think as much as we
The
would
Suns
wanna
are a
see-
much better all-around team than them.
That is true, but who wouldn't want to see Milwaukee and Phoenix go back at it again? That's almost like seeing the Cavs and Golden State the second time when Golden State beat the Cavs. We obviously wanted to see that matchup again. But I also feel like if Phoenix meets Milwaukee, Phoenix will be on top this time.
No,
Yeah, I think that they'll go on top this
I
time.
think the Bucks are taking it again.
Look, the fact that they stunned everybody winning those not stunning, but winning those first 2 games, they just didn't do well adjusting. You've seen this team, like you played this team 8
The
times.
thing is,
That
who's
year.
gonna guard Giannis?
Who? See, this is why I think the Brooklyn thing would be. Oh yeah, I guess it don't matter for real. Giannis.
The Bucks are built so perfectly for like every matchup.
Oh, we forgot Chris Middleton though.
Yeah,
All right, so let's put
So-
it like this.
DeAndre Ayton, he couldn't guard Giannis for anything last year.
You can't
Giannis
guard.
was bodying him.
Giannis isn't a player you can
Yeah.
guard. Giannis is a player that you pray bricks
Okay,
at the
so-
rim.
Then I guess Mikal Bridges guards Chris Middleton,
Facts.
and then CP3 guards Drew Holiday.
Yeah. And CP3 got clamps.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Holiday got clamps.
Okay, but then this is gonna be fun. But
It's gonna be
Brook
fun to watch.
Lopez. Well, I think the Grizzlies are playing him. So what are we even talking about? They're not even playing. We don't have either that matchup in our finals at all. I don't even know why we're talking about that.
Like, yeah, I know
I
that.
have the Bucks and the Grizzlies.
Bucks is
you
yours,
have
yeah.
the Nets and the Suns. So I don't even know. We neither of us have the Bucks and the Suns.
I mean, that is that's funny. Yeah. I think you started that. That's where I really what it was. But no, I really got Brooklyn. Yeah, back on track. Brooklyn, Suns. You got a team that's hungry to get their first championship. Everybody on there. Think about it. Jay Crowder.
I know I said because I said the Suns are the better overall team than Brooklyn. I said so is Milwaukee, and then
Yeah, that's how I started. But no, let's think about it though. If you think about it, Jay Crowder has really been in the finals like 3 times.
I hate Jay Crowder.
But he's been unsuccessful 3 times.
Yeah, because he's
Who made a joke? Someone made a joke to him recently.
I don't know.
They was like, bro, and it was a team that has already won a championship though. I don't remember who it was, bro. I promise you, they sat there and they was like, "How's it feel to be like 0-2, 0-3?" Like, cause he had went there with Miami in the bubble,
Mhm.
lost. He was just there with Miami. What's it called? Suns last year, and lost. But I think he was he there one more time? Cause he did. He got traded with the
Been on
Cavs.
Dallas team in 2011. I think that's when he was drafted. I think he was drafted at Dallas. I don't know for sure.
I think maybe he's probably been 2 times because he's been to quite a few conference finals games, but that just had me weak though. So, but I'm seeing like that whole team is all eager to
So who
get
you
their
got?
first
You got
championship.
the Suns
Oh,
over the Nets.
Brooklyn.
Nets winning it all.
Nets in. I would say Nets in 7 because I think it's gonna be high scoring.
Katie and Kyrie are gonna be exhausted.
Yeah, but
I feel like it's too much.
But Seth Curry being there, it opens up for more shooters. Then you got Drummond and Claxton,
Yeah.
who are just, hey,
Bruce Brown's like the reason
Like-
we lost last night.
and
Cavs lost.
yeah, Bruce Brown, for him being a guard, he be getting boards like it's nothing. Like he a big rebounding guard. So I could really see them being an X factor, but having to guard Devin Booker all game,
Yeah.
holding CP3 because he's a great playmaker, and holding DeAndre Ayton versus Drummond, but I think DeAndre Ayton a little bit bigger than Drummond though.
No.
Not like really like, but like experience wise, mine's gonna show because he's still young. This is really like
So
his
you got
4th year.
the Nets and
I got the Nets and Phoenix being my finals prediction, and I got Nets winning in 6.
Okay. I got the Bucks and the Grizzlies, and I think the Grizzlies they'll fight really hard because that's what they've done all year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in the end, Giannis and that team again is going to be too much.
I feel like they'll lose
And
in
I think
5.
they'll go back to back. I think the Grizzlies will get 2. They're a very good team.
Yeah.
So
I don't feel
Bucks,
like the Cavs
NBA
will.
champions in my opinion. Giannis will win Finals MVP 2 years in a row.
Oh, bet. Oh, so we both picking Eastern teams to win.
We are.
So I got Brooklyn winning. KD gets ring 3. Kyrie gets his long-awaited ring 2. Kevin Durant wins Finals MVP. You know what? No, I want to see Kyrie get a Finals MVP. I really do, because I feel like everybody would always want to pick a star player like that. That's like when LeBron wins. LeBron will always win it. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I want to see Kyrie get a Finals MVP. Kyrie plays very well in playoff games. Very well in playoff
As we
games.
saw last night.
Like, just period, like, when he was there, like, what did he do against Golden State in all those games? What he was averaging, 27?
Yeah, he was.
And then with a couple 40 balls and 30 balls, so, yeah, Brooklyn wins. In my book.
Milwaukee wins in my book.
Matter of fact, even though, like, the end of the season is near, like, who you got? Who's rookie of the year? You still voting for Evan Mobley?
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah.
6 man.
Probably Tyler Hero.
I think it's going to be Tyler
Even though
Hero.
I really don't like Tyler Hero.
I wanted
he
to
puts
be-
up so many shots and all this, but
I wanted it to be Jordan
it could
Poole.
be Jordan Poole.
But I feel like he started too many
It
games.
could be Kevin Love too.
Is he considered for one? I mean,
I think
I wouldn't be mad if like someone like Jordan Clarkson tried to go back to back with it though.
Yeah.
Either though. So, but I said Jordan Poole was gonna be my 6 man in the beginning. I'm gonna stick to it. But when Klay Thompson was out, he took the role of being the starting 2 guard.
The defensive player of the year, I think, is going to be Jaren Jackson.
And him or Bam.
Yeah. I think Bam's missed too many games. I don't think he's going to get it.
But somebody, I think
Jaren hasn't missed as many.
What was he out for? Was that thumb injury this year?
Yeah, it
He
wasn't
was out for
bad.
like 6 weeks.
Yeah. Was it really 6 weeks?
Yeah. He was out for he was out.
I still think it'll be Jaren.
And then who else got an award for MVP?
I think it's going to be Jokic again. That's what seems like the voters are leaning towards.
See, I don't mind it being like someone can win it back to back and fine, but when people have really good seasons like Joel Embiid, because he could have been one last year, but he got hurt last year.
I don't think he deserves it.
But I think he could win it though.
Well, he definitely. It's going to be him, Jokic, or Giannis.
Giannis is gonna be one of the players that's gonna be in that conversation everywhere. He's gonna be like
He
Bron.
doesn't even care if he wins it. He just wants another ring.
Who doesn't? Like the MVP is nice and all,
And
but
then
if it's an MVP without a ring,
Most improved player, I think it should be Garland. And I know he's in the running. He's in second right now behind, I forget. I think it was behind Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole.
But I think
actually,
it's Darius Garland.
Jordan
Darius
Poole is
Garland
my
is
other
considered
player.
one of the worst guards like in the league. Like, well, not even guards, worst players because of how like his stats and everything, like his efficiency rating and his defense and everything. And
I
now
think
he's
it's too early.
became an all-star.
in 3 years.
Yeah, so I think Garland should win it.
And I'm gonna be honest, that happened because Sexton went down. He went from averaging 14 a game to like 21 a game. After what Sexton 10 games for us? Was it 10 games?
Yeah, it
Something
was.
like that?
And then coach of the year, I think it's gonna be Monty Williams just because.
I think he already won coach of the year. I think he already announced something like that. He was gonna win.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well,
I seen.
yeah,
I'm
there you
like,
go.
yeah, like Mike Williams again, like having the best. I feel like any coach that has the best record in the league, and it was a 61 season.
I think the Grizzlies coach could have won it too, Taylor Jenkins, because of out of nowhere they were the 2 seed, like,
Yeah,
and how they won 22 without their best player. That's a lot of coaching, good coaching.
that's really great coaching, especially getting a bunch of guys to say like, look, guys, like this is one of our best players. He's down, if not the best player on our team, and he's good down. So it's gonna take a lot of y'all to step up. And I think Ja was even more happy to see like how would the team play without me. And you know, you're the point guard though. You're not like the shooting guard or small. Like no, you're the point guard. You make everything go. You make the plays. You play make. You play defense. You score. You facilitate. Like point guard does it all. So the fact that him having to go down and you got someone like Melton and Tyus Jones and Desmond Bain, like guys like those guys who can.
Steven Adams been holding it down.
And Dylan Brooks been.
They
Firing,
gotta just,
they really
good
have a nice
all-around
deep team, but I also think having Steven Adams is like he's not used. I mean, I'm gonna say like he's kind of used to it. Like Ja Morant, I don't want to say he shows flashes of like Russell Westbrook.
He does.
But like he's used to playing a player like
Derrick
that.
Rose, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, because I feel like a lot of younger players obviously show flashes of certain other players, but like he's playing with I want to say like a same caliber type player. So it's so easy for him to fit in with the big man with guard. So it's like I wouldn't be surprised. However, the most improved player between what Jordan Poole and Garland, you said?
I think the top three are Jordan Poole, Garland, and Ja. But I feel like you can't give the Ja won Rookie of the Year, so like he's the second overall pick. Like you can't give
Rookie of the Year.
He's expected to be this good.
But look though, he was Rookie of the Year, didn't make the playoffs, and was only averaging maybe what 17 or 18.
I think he averaged like 20 something
in his rookie year, maybe. But then he comes off a second year,
and he goes
being
off
really down, and goes off in a playing game against the Golden State Warriors.
But he was going off like
loses
I don't think
in an HC though. But the fact that he went from averaging maybe 20 to up to like 20, he was averaging like 30 for a minute, and then finishes with like 27.
But the thing, I think he was just I think people expected him to do this, so like I don't think you can give him like.
Yeah, he's a player that you can see
most improved. Like Garland is nobody saw this coming at all. Like
nah, because you never foresaw Sexton being out for a season and seeing something like that. But
exactly.
I kind of wanted Kevin Porter Jr. to win most improved player of the
He
year.
didn't really have that good of a season.
But
it was okay.
He has a lot of 30s. He has a lot of 30-point games and like wrecking games, but like he not there yet.
Yeah.
But that team is still young, and I'm wondering to see what they're gonna turn into still in a couple of years.
We'll have to wait and see.
That's crazy. We gonna be old. It's like, no, they really like our age though.
Yeah.
Sitting in the league, like by the time we get in our good years, bro, we're like, man, I'm kind of nice now. We was talking about y'all back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But any other comments, man? We're gonna hit the predictions, the plans.
Just follow us on Instagram at 2 Minutes to Go and subscribe to our YouTube at 2 Minutes to Go podcast.
Hey man, appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna catch y'all in the next episode. I've been Jax. Oh shoot, I done said my name. It's been Darian.
And I'm Jax.
And we're gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.